Hello. Okay, well, um, I'd like to introduce a little bit about Osaka University to you today. Um, we are located in the city of Osaka, which is in the Kansai region of Japan, in the historic center of the country. Kansai is an area of about 20 million people. It is about 30 minutes to Kyoto from Osaka and about 20 minutes to the city of Kobe. This part of Japan has a long and storied history, but you might not know that it's also been voted the 10th most livable city in the world, and also the second most livable city in Asia after Auckland, New Zealand. The university is located in the northern part of Osaka, and Osaka is known as a financial and commercial hub of Japan. It's the birthplace of cup noodles and a great number of other things, including the world's longest monorail, which connects all three of our campuses. The university originated in two samurai academies, the Kaitokudo, which was started in 1724, and the Tekijuku, which was inaugurated in 1838. These two academies were centers of Western learning in Japan during the time when it had very little contact with the outside world. In 1931, the school that emerged from Tekijuku, which was mostly a medical school, became the Osaka Imperial University. And in 1949, after World War II, the university was renamed Osaka University because Japan was no longer an empire. In 2007, we merged with the Osaka University of Foreign Studies, another national institution. And as a result, we now teach more languages than any other Japanese university. We're heading toward our centennial in 2031, when the university will be 100 years old. Osaka University of Foreign Studies celebrated its centennial last year. The university is composed of three campuses, and you can see them on the screen here. The oldest one is Toyonaka. The newest one is Mino, which just opened in 2021. And our largest campus is the Suita campus, and that's where I'm speaking to you today. The Suita campus, as I said, is our largest campus. It's the home to the medical school, to the Cyber Media Center, to the School of Information Science, to the Laser Research Institute, the School of Human Sciences, the School of Pharmacy, the Dental School, and others. The Toyonaka campus, which is about 10 minutes away by free shuttle bus, is the oldest campus that we have. It's the center for most undergraduate education. It's also where the School of Law and Social Policy is located, the Department of History, the School of Letters, the School of Economics, Department of Chemistry, and others are located on this campus. Our newest campus is the Mino campus. It's primarily a place for the study of languages and foreign studies. And there's also a dormitory there, which I will introduce in a moment. Osaka University also has 4 international centers, one in the Netherlands in Groningen, another in Bangkok, Thailand, a third in Shanghai, China, and the fourth in Berkeley, California. That's the North and South American Center for Academic Initiatives, which I run. In facts and figures, Osaka University is comprised of 11 separate schools, 15 graduate schools, 25 research institutes, centers, and joint facilities, 4 libraries, 2 library hospitals, and 4 overseas centers. Among the research institutes that we have, these are cross-disciplinary institutes that share faculty and university facilities. A very well-known one is our Research Institute for Microbial Diseases, and we are a world leader in immunology and related fields. We also have a welding research institute and a center for biotechnology, which is currently thriving. The 2 university hospitals are the Osaka University Hospital, the medical school hospital, and we also have a dental hospital, which is a kind of a rare thing. 4 university libraries, the main library on the Toyonaka campus. On the Suita campus, we have the Science and Engineering Library and the Life Sciences Library. And on the Mino campus, we have the International Studies Library. We are the largest public university in Japan in terms of student population. We have more than 23,000 students. Of the 23,000, about 15,000 are undergraduate students. There are just under 5,000 master's students and about 3,400 PhD students. So altogether, we have about 15,000 undergraduates and about 8,000 graduate students. About 11% of our students are from foreign countries. The majority come from various places in Asia. We also have students from Europe, Central and South America, Africa, the Middle East, North America, and Oceania. In total, students from about 102 countries. Our undergraduate and graduate school programs are seen in this slide. Some undergraduate programs are 4 years long. Others are 6 years long. The 6-year-long programs are medicine, dentistry, and pharmaceutical sciences. In the graduate school programs, master's programs in Japan are generally 2 years long, and you can see them here. PhD programs are generally 3 years long. However, in reality, it usually takes people 4 or 5 or 6 years to complete the PhD. We offer a number of opportunities to study in English. You can see in the red box at the upper right-hand side of this screen, the English programs that are offered, one in human sciences, another in science. These are undergraduate programs, so maybe not so appropriate for this presentation. We also offer a number of degree programs in graduate degree programs, 2 in science, 8 in engineering, 1 in engineering science, 1 in information science and technology, and a new one in economics. But I will also say that there are many departments on campus where students can write their thesis in English if they wish to do so. It's easier to get published if you publish in English than if you publish in Japanese. So the majority of the professors on campus have some degree of English ability. Many in, say, the economics department, about 80% of them have PhDs from foreign universities. And so quite a number of students in the PhD programs write theses in English. Again, this is the undergraduate degree program admission process. There are basically 2 paths to entry. One is to enter as a government-sponsored scholarship student, and that is a process that takes a little bit more than a year. So if my basic advice to you is, if you wish to apply to Osaka University or any Japanese university, you should start very early. Other students come in privately funded. That is, they use their own money to come. But I will also say that once you've arrived in Japan and you've entered the university, there are a great number of scholarship opportunities that you can apply for. And foreign students often are quite successful in these scholarship competitions. Here are some of the deadlines for applying to undergraduate programs. You might want to take a screenshot of this information. This information is also available on the university website. So I won't go into the details because we have only a limited time here today. We have a lot of information here about graduate programs in English. And again, you might want to take a screenshot of this slide. You can see that the application periods vary depending on the department or degree that you are seeking. Generally, however, application periods are in the late fall. And there are entrance examinations in the spring. The Japanese academic year begins in April, but for foreign students, we also offer October entry. The process of becoming a graduate student is laid out here. It consists, first you have to have some kind of a research plan. Then you must seek an advisor. Most students become research students for a period of time prior to taking the entrance examination, which is represented here by the word screening, and then they move on to become regular students in either the master's or PhD program. Let's walk through these steps. The research plan consists of deciding what you want to study. So what's your goal, or what area are you interested in? You decide on a research topic, gather some information about it, and draft a research plan. You then take that information and use it to attract an advisor. And generally, students write directly to professors who they think would be good guides for their research. You can find information about the researchers on the university campus who might be able to help you at the link that you see there. You can also use the QR code. If you don't know who to contact or what you should submit to them, we have an admissions assistance desk, and that information is given here. Those people are skillful at if you're, I advise you to contact them for advice. After an advisor has agreed to take you on as a student, you have to decide what kind of student you'll be, whether you're going to be non-degree, short-term student, or whether you're going to come and prepare to take the entrance examination to become a regular student in a master's or PhD program. Students generally spend about a year on our campus as research students, preparing for the entrance examination, and also adapting to the Japanese academic environment. There are written exams that follow the submission of documents, and then there is an interview should you pass the written examination. The written exam can be somewhat difficult, but the interview is generally a very friendly sort of exchange. Much depends on the graduate school that you apply to, what kinds of documents you need to submit, what the written examination is like, what sort of interview you'll have. It depends on which particular school you would like to enter. And as I mentioned, once you've passed the screening, you can enter either in April or October. We also offer a great number of exchange programs. These are generally short-term, meaning between 3 months and 1 year. You can see here that there's there are programs in laboratory science, which is a very popular one. The MAPLE program, which is designed for people who are interested in learning about Japanese culture, language, and society. Our OSEP program, which is it says short term, but the duration is 5 to 12 months. This is taught entirely in English, and we offer a variety of classes across all of our disciplines in English, where foreign students take classes with Japanese students. And then finally, there's iExpo, which is individual research conducted under the guidance of a professor. This one requires a very high level of Japanese capability. In addition to that, there's a short-term program called JShip, and I'll skip that today because we're mostly talking about graduate student affairs. Tuition in Japan is the same for domestic students and for international students. And as you can see, in comparison with the United States or Canada, for example, our tuition is extremely reasonable. If you're here as a research student, we do charge a little bit, but not nearly as much as we charge for regularly enrolled students. The cost of living in Japan is fairly low, certainly in comparison with the United States. You can subsist very well in Japan on about $800 US a month. As I said, once you have been accepted as a student, you can apply for individual scholarships after enrollment, and there are many. Some are offered by corporations, some are offered by the university itself. We also offer tuition fee waivers for students who show academic promise. But perhaps the best way to come to Japan as a student is to win a Japanese government scholarship. And to do this requires you to apply through the embassy, the Japanese embassy in your country or region. It's a fairly long process. So as I said, I advise you to start well in advance of the time that you would like to come. It takes approximately 18 months to complete the process. So start early. Once you get here, you might find yourself living in one of our dormitories. All of our dorms are new now. They've all been completed in the last 3 or 4 years. The one you see here is the Global Village in Mino, and there's a nice photograph of the building. Our other new dormitory is the Global Village in Tsukumo-dai. Both of these, the one in Mino is right on the Mino campus. The one in Tsukumo-dai is about a 10-minute walk away from our Suita campus. And it's a much larger facility. We're very anxious to have people come and fill these rooms. So far, because of the pandemic, the dormitories have not received as much attention as we would like. Here are some photographs of the global villages. As you can see, they come with completely equipped kitchens. There's library space, spaces for studying, and also laundry areas. And if you wish to know more about any of these things or about the admissions procedures, you can contact our Student Center or the support office, which also assists people with visa problems and all of the various details of entering Japan and becoming a student at Osaka University. You can follow us as well on social media. That information is here. We're also very easy to find. Just Google Osaka University and you'll find what you need. Contact information is here. And thank you all very much for listening.